Hello everyone, we are here with another Super 16 game. With me is Sermon.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Just making sure that our voices are clear. If there's anything wrong, please mention in the chat and we'll fix that. For now, we've got PLA1 versus LAT4. I should make it LAT4, that's not LAT3. Just hold on a second. I always get confused between LAT3 and LAT4. Meanwhile, checking out the polls, Sermon, I know you cannot see the polls, but if you had to guess.
I don't even know what the players are actually.
PLA1 is Mouse and TNT.
Okay. And who's LAT4?
That's Caio, Pompilio, and Oso.
Okay. Well, I think PLA have the better players. But I think it just comes down to how well the teamwork dynamic goes, and also, all the other factors as well. So I wouldn't rule out LAT from this matchup. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and just see how it goes, because you never know until you've seen them actually play.
Well, yeah, that's right. It's I would say still LAT guys are the underdogs in this game, but it's still hope. I'm still hopeful for them. Maybe they'll show exceptional teamwork, because TNT and Mouse, they are one of the best in the whole community. So if LAT guys were against anybody else, I would say yeah, possibly can win easily, but against TNT and Mouse, yeah, it's going to be a big challenge for these guys. The polls say 83% for PLA1, 17% for LAT4, so that's a big difference.
Yeah, definitely.
And checking out what other Super 16 games have been played so far, we have 2 forfeits. Kaethea's forfeit, so LAT1 proceeded directly to quarterfinals, and AZ3 forfeit, so Ind1, which is my team, proceeds directly to quarterfinals. The only 2 remaining games for Super 16 are the one that we are casting: PLA versus LAT and AZ versus PLA. And both of those games have been played. We just have to cast those sometime this week. So are you ready for the first game of the tournament? For the first game of this best of 5?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right, here I am. 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. So I'm seeing Caio and also here. Looks like I did not see what they chose, but if I had to guess, maybe defensive and economic, Americans and Chinese.
Yeah.
I did get a peek of what the other team chose. PLA Mouse chose economic, and TNT was offensive.
I see.
And French and Germans, that's a nice combination.
Yeah, it is. So
I'm interested to see if Oso will go for second science, but no, he's not going for second science. He's just going for the standard build. I don't blame him, because second science can be a curse if you don't get too many ruins.
Yeah, it's kind of risky because you need to obviously have wealth ruins, and it's kind of awkward at times to get the food and the wealth ruins.
Yeah. And the worst part about science 2 is that you have to delay your city. So if you get matched up with somebody like Aztecs or Iroquois, which usually go for ancient raids, then, well, God save you.
Yeah, it's true.
Here, so by the way, anybody who's watching this for the first time, and Sermon, do you know about these guys? Also in Caio?
Yeah, I have a decent idea of who they are. Yeah, obviously.
So
I've seen
I've cast their
games
with Prolays, and I am convinced that Oso is one of the best boomers in his class of players for sure. And Caio kind of plays
his games, yeah.
and Caio kind of plays unpredictably, Not sure if that's a good thing or bad thing, but yeah, he usually doesn't have a clear plan. But with America, that should be helpful. TNT being French, I assume he will go for an aggressive build, and America is weak against aggressive nations initially. And French is one of those nations that can be super aggressive in the first 4 ages.
Yeah.
For
So we'll
Germans,
most likely see a despot coming out of TNT, I'd imagine.
yeah, that's should be the case, and he's got this nice +8 wood in the second city. In fact, I like the second city. It's got 2 metal mines and a nice wood. It's going to be a perfect one for his eco. On for also, I feel bad for him because already he's against Mouse. I have to say Mouse is the better player in PLA team without undermining TNT. TNT is great, but Mouse is just one of the best in the scene. So also being paired against Mouse with a weaker nation, it's going to be a terribly uphill battle for him.
Yeah.
But he does have Pappy and Die, so assuming it's a boom race between Mouse and also might be able to do something with those two good rares.
Yeah, and Kaio has Silk in his territory as well, so if they find out about that, it will be interesting to see how well
Yeah.
Silk could boom up.
So they don't know about Silk yet. And
not just yet, no.
I just checked, Mouse has aged already, and Mouse. So this is the funny thing with the Germans, because they can build smelter right away. You can see Mouse building a smelter in his first city,
yeah.
Berlin, and if you have spare wood to make the metal, this is a great investment, because each of your villager makes 15 metal instead of 10. That's such a big boost right from the start.
Yeah, it's interesting. Never really seen this kind of playstyle before. At least not this early on. So it is interesting to see this.
Oh yeah, and I have heard Mouse is also known for his. I mean, this is like a typical Mouse build order. He ages up, he gets mill, he gets senator, and he gets university. And it does work. I'm sure he's going to go for senator after this. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as I don't think the Chinese player is going to be raiding him. Oh no, I'm wrong. He also is building a stable here.
Yeah, I imagine this is going to be more of a defensive stable, perhaps because he doesn't have military 2 yet. Nor does he have the
oh
food.
Yeah, you're right. And actually, he could get that. He could get a military too. Oh man, that's a problem. I don't like. Again, this is a top player, so I would expect the best of the best, and also just missed out on those sweet 10 seconds by delaying the mill too. He could have gotten that earlier. That would be the best case. He has Pappy with China, so he should also just get that science already. It's so cheap. Just 72 wealth and 48 knowledge.
Yeah, it does seem like Mouse is ahead so far. Being Germans, it's not too hard to to see why.
Oh yeah, and he already has 150 wood income, which is pretty amazing. I just saw Kaio tell also that Mouse is going to boom very hard. Be careful. And you see the TNT's third city, he just covers that salt, which is also great for him.
Oh yeah.
And he's in a perfect position to double any one of these. So he has cut off the LAT team now.
I quite like this tower being placed by TNT. It's sort of it's protecting this wood line on his second city.
Oh yeah.
It's especially effective against those horse archer raids, which can tend to be a bit of a nuisance when they're firing over the wood line.
Well, yeah, that's right. I wonder if that tower could be a little further away from the mountain. so that it would have a bigger range. But anyway, you're right. Those horse archers firing away from behind the wood. That's going to take care of that.
The only problem is it's kind of exposed, so later on, if Kyle gets some siege units, it's going to be taken out quite easily.
Oh yeah, that's also right. TNT here is not raiding at all. I mean, he raided diamonds, which is good. In fact, if I have to raid any rare for my opponent, diamond would be the first one to go. So he's doing some damage. On this side, Kaio is playing too defensive so far. No, I haven't seen any race for him. He's going despot and commerce. That seems to be all right. On the other side, Oso is also raiding. Look at that. He has 2 cataphracts right now, and a horse archer going for citrus. Mouse here is simply booming. You can easily figure out that Mouse has no plans for raids. He's just running around with the senator and light horse.
Yeah. And we see his third city has been built towards the back here, so it looks like he does have most of the resources he needs for now. Pretty comfortable in his territory, so he doesn't really need to expand to gain more woods, for example.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's comfortable in his territory. He doesn't need to do much. And I feel Oso's third city is getting intercepted now. That was bad. I think I have said this maybe in every stream possible. Never go for a front city with only a single villager. It's just it's like you want to get that villager killed.
Yeah.
And now that city is yeah, probably not going to complete ever.
Well, we'll see.
But nice raids, still nice raids, yeah.
Yeah, we do see Kyle is keeping. I mean, Oso is keeping Mouse busy at his own territory. So I'm actually kind of surprised Mouse isn't. Oh wait, never mind. I was gonna say I'm surprised he wasn't bribing that cataphract, but he doesn't have enough crafts to bribe it.
Yeah, and now he is running towards that cataphract near Berlin.
Yeah, these are really nice raids from Oso. I'm really liking this.
That was great, and now actually Kaio is here to help Oso finish his city. That's a nice move there.
Yeah, the problem with that is it kind of leaves it's like a public message to TNT to come and raid Kaio.
Yeah. And TNT is ready.
Kaio does have a pretty decent army here with Despot, so he shouldn't be taken lightly.
Yeah, well, Kaio has got how many units? I see 4 units from Kaio, and for TNT, man, he's got a lot of units, and he's just aging. That means
once he upgrades these, it's gonna be a pretty tough army to deal with.
And with that nice gap between New York and Detroit, it's a fun raiding site.
Yeah, it is.
Man, I feel this French healing is so overpowered. You can literally have the same units running around all the time. No, you never have to replace them if you just micro well.
Yeah, the only thing I was gonna say the only thing that's needed is as long as you got good micro, it's kind of hard to stop you.
Oh yeah.
And we do see here that Kaio is in a bit of bother here. He's lost quite a few units to TNT's army.
Yeah, that's right, Kaio. And oh man, I don't know how Kaio did not have units there, but that's bad. He will lose Detroit unless unless he receives some help from Oso. Even with help, I don't see a lot of units from Oso. What? Oh my God! Oso has a senator near his senate, not doing anything. This hurts.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, I'm sure he forgot about it because he's better than that.
Seems like he's too busy trying to raid Mouse. He does have some more focus on raiding than actually having the units back home.
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah.
he's not in any position to really help Kyle. Although I did just see TNT's supply wagon run into Kyle's army there, which was a bit unfortunate.
Oh yeah, and uh, I just noticed that actually Kaio lost all of his units because he was trying to take out the despot, and he did take out the despot initially, but TNT still had all that army. And dude, check this out. Oso is actually keeping up pretty well. Check out the economies of Mouse and Oso. Mouse is about 190, 150 with 67 knowledge, and Oso is
Yeah,
doing better than that.
I could. I think it's probably those raids, perhaps, but I do see that Mouse has invested in a castle here, so perhaps he's conscious of the fact that, or maybe he was expecting Oso to perform some sort of attack.
Mm-hmm. That's right,
Um,
that's right. And Oso is here to help Kaio, which is just a perfect thing to do. Now,
yeah,
and Kaio better uh, amp up his ego. He is, yeah. I mean, eco and his army. Actually, for America, army and eco are mostly synonymous. If he makes army, he automatically get that.
he's making a lot of pikemen here, which I guess is to counter um, the French
Mm-hmm.
cavalry
Yeah,
units. Which, however, TNT has quite a lot of archers as well, so Kyle will need to create more of a more different units to
yeah. He needs Kaio. Kaio needs some cavalry here for sure. And still also, I mean, he was going there to attack or help Kaio, and he did not bring his senator with him. That was weird. But I'm quite excited to see that the LAT team is giving a tough fight to PLA. This is way more close than what the polls suggested and what I was expecting.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of surprised to see this.
And check this out, man. Here, Oso is close to aging. Mouse is going to age soon. Actually, yeah, he just clicked up. TNT is aging as well, but now TNT is the strong player in his side.
Yeah, which is going to create a bit of a problem later down the line because I feel Oso is going to need to help out Kyle, which will kind of make killing Mouse or at least attacking Mouse a difficult job.
Oh yeah, that's
So
that's that's right.
that being said, I think Kyle just needs to boom up from here on out and just play it smart. Just
Mm-hmm.
take his fight when he needs to, but not necessarily.
Oh.
As we see here, he's sending his army
Yeah,
towards.
yeah, that's oh man, I hate to say this, but it's GG for Kyle.
Honestly,
New York is
yeah,
right there. The capital has not been deleted. He's a one age behind. Yeah, it's he. I don't think he can survive without Oso's help. And Oso is seems like he's torn apart as well between helping Kaio or attacking Mouse. Honestly, I think he has the army to deal a huge blow to Mouse. He's got easily a better army.
yeah, he has a decent economy. It seems to have fallen though, slightly down. However, yeah, as you said, he does have a much bigger army than Mouse's.
Alright, capital has been taken.
And Kaio, I'm not sure about this. He's going for an extra civic. I'm not sure what he's doing there.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
think-
Kahe is going for extra civic.
I think
Um,
at this point it's up to also to
yeah.
win the
Actually,
game.
if there is a nation that can survive this kind of attack, I mean, survive like this, it's America because they get instant Forbidden City.
Yeah. So perhaps you might see a Forbidden City show up at some point. I won't be surprised to see TNT and Mouse try and build a Forbidden City to stop him from doing that. But
Mm-hmm.
I think even then, I think Kaio is at least at this point he's out of the game. So I
Yeah,
don't think it's
he
gonna
is.
matter too much.
He is, and Mouse is, well, you know Germans. So Mouse is aiming for H5 right now.
Yeah, and I think yeah these catapults also need to be upgraded ASAP. And maybe a third. He needs a third catapult as well.
Oh yeah, he does. He does. That without a third catapultist. And man, I really like how Oso is playing. Also, he has these heavy cavalries coming from behind to Berlin. Do you see those?
Yeah, that's very nice raiding from also all game. I'd say it's just that I don't know. It's definitely hard against Germans, and you know, Mouse is just utilizing Germans really well.
Oh yeah, and that
Um,
forward castle is in just the perfect place to buy enough time for
yeah, it's a
Mouse to
very
kill.
formidable city, and we do see Mouse's army has just grown significantly from even just a few minutes ago. It's
Mm-hmm.
just so. Oh well, we do see Oso is actually coming to help. I mean, yeah, Oso is coming to help Kyle,
Oh yeah.
which I'm not sure if that's the best thing to do. Although, you know, if he doesn't help him, it's gonna be GG regardless. So
Well,
I
you know,
don't think there's much
in such
Oso
a
can
condition,
do.
probably attacking city like Cherbourg, the TNT's third city, that could have been a good way to attract TNT's attention.
Yeah, possibly, yeah, and it would have also gotten rid of that salt merchant.
Oh, yeah, I feel they should have done that a long time ago. Why do they still?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's weird because they both just sat on the border, and Owen now is Kyle actually using his archers to attack the merchant, but it's too little, too late at this point. So
and even Mouse is here, man. Come on, I remember Mouse getting his merchant right in middle of Kaio's army, and Kaio let him get there. That was also bad.
yeah, I didn't see that, but I can imagine. And Mouse is agents in the Lightning Age, so
Yeah,
and
that's
also
this is
is
over. Really nice play by Oso, but it
yeah,
just can't help somebody who's booming, and also has not even able to like keep his eye on Mouse all the time. He had to help Kaio before, and he went to help again.
yeah. Honestly, I'm impressed by Oso this game. He has shown some skills,
And with
particularly
China,
the
especially
raiding
with
and the
China.
yeah. It's he does have Pappy on one hand, but at the same time, he's not actually using diamonds, which is interesting. I'm not sure if he got raided at one point. Who knows?
Yeah, it did get raided
Um,
initially.
that would help. Um, Silk as well, but you know, regardless, he's done a very good job,
Oh yeah.
given you know the circumstances.
Hey, Mr. Me6. So it looks like something's wrong with my internet today, and there's a lot of lag in the stream. So maybe
Oh, okay.
I'll just re-upload the stream later on if it's
Okay.
lagging. But yeah, it looks like mouse is mouse is going for directly for Beijing. No time to waste. He probably knows that they've won.
Yeah. At this point, yeah, there's not much of a chance that LAT can pull this around, but
Oh yeah, and there comes the GG. 20 minutes for the first game. Not bad. Lad guys did pretty well there.
yeah.
And of course, Mouse is there with his 250 eco now aiming for. Now he's aiming for Commerce 4.
Ooh, everybody's favorite upgrade.
The commerce.
Yep.
That's your favorite upgrade, man. No, but not
Yeah,
everybody.
too right it is.
Okay, so the first game is over. PLA have won, but to my surprise, LAT guys did pretty well. In fact, both the LAT players got more ruins than the PLA team.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
And yeah, TNT has the most kills. Also, and Kaio, well, they did not do as much as good with the kills. But in any case, nice game by them. The winner of this best of 5 goes to fight EL1, which is Dave and Sims. Let's see. You ready for the second game?
Yeah, I'm ready. Just gonna load up the replay.
Okay, almost there.
So is the stream still lagging?
Yeah. Oh, we are. Yeah, it's lagging. My roommates are back. They were not there before, so maybe they're using the internet right now.
Yeah, possibly. Right, I'm at the 1 second mark.
All right. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. This time, Kaio is Turks versus Oso, who is Dutch. Both nice nations, especially Dutch in standard. They get all those. They get a big head start, and I see that Oso here has got 2 food ruins close to him, just waiting to be found. If he can get his hands on wine and those horses, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
On the other side, he's against TNT with Egyptian. So the players have switched. That's a good thing to know. Again, Mouse is Lakota versus Kaio Turks. If there's a nation which is a nice counter for Lakota, that's going to be Turks for sure.
Yeah.
It's just about skill level from now on. Dutch against Egyptians, clearly I would give Dutch the advantage here. But TNT has got nice rares. He got Salt, Spice, Pappy. And in fact, with Egyptians, I don't mind getting marbles because you already have such cheap wonders. If you get marble them, you can get you can spam wonders then.
Yeah, we could see an early wonder from TNT.
Oh yeah, in the chat we've got T of Kaitaro. Hey guys, T's asking when I'm going to do next tutorial. Well, it takes a lot of time to make those tutorials, so I'll probably do one either this month or next month. But yeah, they take a lot of time, man. I want to see where Mouse is going to build his second city. So do you see where Mouse is building his second city? It's in a very weird location.
Yeah, it's sort of off to the side. I would expect it to be more towards the center, so he can secure that massive wood patch.
Yeah, I feel if he got that city near those furs and diamonds, that would be also good. Because right now he's not defending anything. And
yeah, there's not really any wood here. I mean, there is a wood to the south of the city, but it's a bit too far away.
And that's just +4.
Easily.
That's just going to be +4.
Yeah.
Not much.
So he's gonna have to build his wood camp away from the city.
That's right. TNT here says Dutch and Turks. So I feel TNT is not taking them easily. He knows that these guys gave a good fight last time, and with these nations they can actually kill.
And Kaio's just said hello, Lakota. So both teams, they are, they're pointing out each other's nations. So it's, I think it will be interesting.
Oh yeah, that's right. Here, well, Mouse, I'm hopeful from Mouse a lot. I want to see how he does with Lakota. I just realized I've never seen Mouse play Lakota, and I also interested to see how also does with Dutch. The only problem is because Dutch have, because of that head start Dutch get, they can do a really nice H2 or H3 attack. But knowing the kind of player also is, I don't expect him to do that. I know he'll go for a late game boom, and Mouse and TNT are going to be better suited for a late game, no doubt about it.
Yeah, just a quick thing here. Oso doesn't know about the rare resource on his corner of the map. So he could do with finding that out and also getting the ruin there.
Oh, you mean also?
Yeah, he's not uncovered the corner area of his side of the map.
Yeah, oh yeah, and he also doesn't know about salt. Oh, it's sad, but TNT is gonna take the corner ruin for him. Anyway, in the chat we've got Mefston, Namilox, and HNZ. Hi guys. Kaitara, I'm talking about Dutch. Dutch can do an H2 attack as well because they're fast initially. So I feel if these guys coordinate, it's a perfect matchup. Dutch and Turks. Dutch player can raid really hard and then ask the Turk player to lend some sieges. Or even if these guys want to double one of these players, it's going to be a perfect opportunity. I think if they have a chance in any of these games, this is the one.
Yeah, definitely. We do see horses has been discovered by Oso, which is I'd say it's gonna play to his play style, because as we saw in the last game, he's pretty good with his raids.
Mm-hmm.
So I would expect to see quite a lot of stable raids coming from Oso. Not to mention it's just a very nice rare to have for early attacks and just keeping the units flowing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Wine as well. It's good for obviously and more of an aggressive play style.
Oh yeah, and let me check. Do they know about the rares? Yeah, they have those rares, and I particularly like wine because wine is perfect. It gives you cheaper unit upgrades.
Sorry to cut across you, but have you seen Kaio's corner of the map? I don't know how he's not uncovered cotton there, but it's really bugging me.
It is. It's like, I'm sure he scouted there and he felt like, because sometimes the maps are bugged and very rarely you don't have a corner ruin, but it doesn't look like that kind of case.
Further away. It's that's really unfortunate. I mean, if I was him, I would definitely just scout through it again, because there's definitely going to be a rare around there somewhere.
99% times it's there. So, and he's missing out on cotton. Not the best of the rare, but it's still worth decent. Knowing about it.
It's decent for for your attack. You want to keep the units flowing quite rapidly, so it's good in that sense. Which for Turks, I'd say it's a pretty good rare.
Oh yeah.
Kaio to have.
On this side, check out the difference between Mouse and Kaio. Mouse is doing too well with his raids have already kind of paralyzed Kaio.
And he has a very nice economy as well, very nice timber and
oh yeah, that's a 160 timber. I mean, like 160 full timber income coming. He can spam more villagers and he'll get to that 160 food as well. Well, he's got diamonds, so I can understand. And Furs and Pappy, these guys have got great rares for this. And I like how TNT towered that Pappy, so it's going to be there for some time. Not going to be easy to raid Mouse's merchant either.
Yeah, and speaking of corner rares, we do see TNT hasn't uncovered Salt, which I think you might have mentioned earlier.
No, I did not, but yeah, you're right. Now, oh my god, Mouse just lost that. Mouse just lost the Pappy. What's Mouse doing? That was horrible.
I think you're slightly ahead of me, but yeah, you're right. He actually just go down, surprisingly.
Yeah, and Mouse tower die here. I won't say die is the kind of rare I would want to tower, but anything he can tower is fine. if he has got extra metal. Right now, it's again looking like something from previous game. Kaio defending while his opponent is a stronger player in the among the four. Check out Oso's eco. He's doing pretty well there. He built
Yeah,
his.
he's doing alright. Yeah, he's still not picked his government yet, so he's I think he's unsure whether to go for a fast attack or boom like he normally does.
Oh man,
It looks like he has chosen the Republic government, so he's
Yeah, I don't think Oso ever picks the spot, and no problem there. It's just that. Yeah, it's just that Kaio may not last against Mouse for too long.
Yeah. And yeah, I am thinking that both need to kind of come up with some coordinated attack. Maybe on Mouse's third city there in the center.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe just take out TNT because Thebes is kind of exposed there. There's nothing really protecting it. So maybe some good maneuvering with some armies that could take out the capital there.
That's right. That's right. If he wants, he can take out their cities. I see TNT is building a castle in front.
Yeah, it's a nice place for it. It is a bit exposed, but it does cover the caravan routes there.
But again, if also constantly goes there to harass TNT, he would eventually find out about that, and he should be able to stop that. The only problem is that now TNT is pressurizing him. He is going forward so that he's giving time for that castle to go up.
It's a good move, that, yeah, because it kind of it makes sure that Oso's army is in his own territory and not in TNT's.
Oh yeah, and I am impressed by Oso's eco. Really good, really good. 197, 150. Yeah. No
Could
doubt.
do some taxation, I'd say, because his wealth income is a bit low at the moment.
Actually, that's too low. How did he get it to 30?
I'm not sure. Yeah, it's kind of a questionable wealth income there. Especially, I don't think his caravans would have been raided either, being Dutch. So
yeah, no, it's
can't really.
Oh, I remember something. He sent his caravan to Amber.
Yeah, I did see that as well. Yeah.
Maybe they were never working. Now, for Mouse, I think Mouse is doing just what he's supposed to do, keeping pressure, because the moment you lose your army against a Turk player, that's when you die. And for Kaio, I don't like that he went for. Yeah, I really don't like that he went for Senator.
Yeah, because I can kind of envision that Kaio is going to be fighting a lot with Mouse, so having a despot would be beneficial for him.
That will also keep Mouse on his toes all the time. Knowing that my opponent went for Senator, I can just research attrition and mostly be carefree.
And this is a pretty open caravan route here between Istanbul and Kaio's second city here, so I think maybe a tower or a castle at some point. He has enough funds for a castle, so perhaps that would be a good investment at some point.
Oh yeah.
You can also get the armor upgrade as well.
And again, as I said, also, I mean, anytime you feel that your opponent has Senator and he's massing up armies, just get attrition. That should be an easy way to make sure he doesn't stay in your territory for too long. And and also it's just letting him raid all he wants right now. He's sending units one by one like a Batman movie, so they will get taken down without any problem.
He's got. You see, Mouse is
building a castle.
Yeah,
that castle is going to completely separate Oso and Kaio. I feel that these guys they are taking them seriously. They're not playing around.
There's a pretty advanced moves here coming from the PLA guys, so I would imagine they are they're not taking them lightly. And I think this castle will also make it difficult for the LAT guys to control horses as well.
Oh yeah.
Or at least it's
So
going to be right on the board of so it's
that
going to be
that's
easily
right.
graded.
TNT doing just fine. He's going to be aging very soon, and also he has lagged behind in terms of knowledge. I don't think there's a lot of hope here for Oso. Or
Yeah.
and Kaio, yeah. So this is again he's playing too passively, just too passively here. Um,
And TNC is building the hanging gardens on the third city, so I think he's feeling pretty confident
Comfortable.
here.
That's
But
right. He I don't think he has any problem right there.
yeah,
And yeah, Kaio should have already attacked some city, man. He's playing too passively. I don't like this. And it's not like he's close to aging and he's planning for the next stage attack. He has no plan. He's hardly anywhere close to gunpowder, while Mouse just aged to gunpowder.
and I'm also seeing he's building some questionable towers here. He's built one on his third city, which is
Yeah,
kind of
that's
protecting the caravan route, and one on the amber. It's good that he's building towers. However, I just think he needs to put them in different places. Like that caravan route going from Istanbul and the second city is just a bit. Yeah,
yeah.
I feel like it
That's
needs
that's
some
a.
more.
There's no point to that tower.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, he could also build a castle at this point. He has enough resources to do so, and it would, it would hold up Mouse for a while.
Oh man, yeah.
Also,
TNT has taken this game, for sure.
yeah, it seems that the PLA guys definitely, I'd say, have this game. It's interesting because Kyle, and Oso had, very similar knowledge incomes. So I'm not sure what
Yeah.
happened there. I think just the lack of wealth income for Oso made it difficult for him to, build scholars.
Yeah, that's right. And also, um, uh, the raids from TNT, they struck him hard.
Yeah, he's been
I
constantly putting pressure
Mhm.
on Oso. He's established he's a boom type player, so he's taking no chances.
Oh yeah, and that raid could prove to be very, very costly for him. TNT, he's going to TNT's territory to
Yeah, I see that.
Meru to attack, but he's going to get he's going to get trapped.
Yeah. I mean, I like the
This
idea.
this city does not
However,
have fire. It's not firing anything, so he may be able to run away. On the other
there's
side,
also no attrition either, so
oh yeah, so and nobody does attrition in this game. Everybody went for Senator. It's funny. Anyway, Mouse
yeah.
has taken Kaio City, so it's over on this side.
Yeah. It's like Kaio's it's a bit of a deja vu for Kaio. The same thing happened this game that happened last game in a way. He's
Yeah,
so I think
and
it's
it's because he played just too passively, man. Even last game he did not have enough army, despite knowing that he's against French with the
and
spot.
I've just realized the LAT guys never knew about Silver in Kaio's territory.
Oh wait, there's silver. Let me check. Oh man, come on.
Yeah.
So if Kaio is watching this or anybody is watching this, let me tell you some thumb rules about the Sahara map. There's always a rare resource on the corner, and if you're playing standard, there's always a rare resource near your spawn site, near your first city. Always. If you haven't found it, or if it's not there, it just means you haven't found it. Just to scout more. Come on, man. Silver could have made so much difference in this game.
Yeah, it could have, yeah. Particularly with the lack of knowledge income, it would have made it obviously cheaper. So if it wouldn't have helped Kyle, it would have definitely have helped Oso, I'd say.
Oh yeah, and Mefston is asking, if I'm reading the name right, he's asking why everybody goes for Senator. Well, I would say that anybody who wants to go for a long game, boom, Senator is a good idea. But you can also play really well in the long game if your Despot raids are successful. I personally prefer Despotism to Senator, but that's just my playstyle. I know a lot of players, including Sermon, would go for a Despot. I mean, Senator.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure about Despot. Only if I'm desperate.
Oh yeah, Cap has been taken. It's just a matter of time for Kaio is dead. Oso is getting attacked from both the directions. Man, check that army. Check out that army. Amazing. So many units for TNT, and he's also aging.
Yeah. He's planting the TNT on Oso City right there. It's just waiting for it to for it to explode at this point. Waiting for him to detonate it, and yeah.
Oh yeah. Um, TNT played really well in this game. I was not expecting him because he's Egyptians, and I thought he might not be able to. He might try to outboom also, but he actually outboom him while raiding him.
Yeah, he's played it very well, and I'm not sure if he used the Egyptian special.
He just
raid
used that.
units.
He just used Hanging Gardens for the power, but no, he is not using any Egyptian unit. There is no ranged cavalry here.
I suppose that would have been nice to see. I'm not sure how well against they fare up against the Dutch merchants.
Oh no, I don't think any ranged cavalry can
Well,
by itself.
with good micro, you can circle obviously the merchant, but the fact that the the range units that the Egyptians get can fire backwards.
Oh, I don't think those the chariots do fire backwards, but not the ones. Yeah, not the ones with guns.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, they do fire multiple times. I think.
Oh yeah, but yeah,
however.
they do fire multiple times. Anyway, again, also had to come here to help. His army is in Kaio's territory. So yeah, GG. I feel this team was asymmetric. It reminds me of the AZ1 team. I don't know if you watched any of those games, but Young One and Mash. Young One was playing much better, and Mash had to be protected all the time.
Yeah.
In this game, of course, Kaio lost because the PLA team is of course really good, but even compared to Oso, Kaio is a little weak.
Yeah, I think also I think the black guys just I don't know, I think they're just a bit aren't good enough to face PLA, although in the first game, I think they did fine. Also especially, but yeah, I don't know what more can be said, to be honest.
Yeah, first game, I thought this would be their chance to win, but they lost really bad. Like the first game was much closer than this one.
Yeah.
But anyway, continue.
I was just gonna say, I think if Oso has prioritized fighting Mouse possibly, always attacked him a bit sooner, perhaps, I don't know. He might have had a chance, but
yeah, last game could have changed. Also, I again, Kaio never utilized his Turk power in this game, so no wonder he lost. He never either gave sieges to Oso or he utilized himself. So this was bound to happen.
He felt he was a bit too much under pressure from Mouse possibly, but he just didn't. He almost didn't feel like he had a chance to attack Mouse and use the Turkish powers, but
Oh yeah, and check out the ecos here. Consistently with the last game, LAT guys again got more ruins than PLA, which is amazing. These guys are doing great with scouting at least. Where they are lacking here is again the number of kills. Unit kills are horrible for the LAT teams. consistent with the last game. They are less than 20 compared to Mouse and TNT, who are
15 each.
yeah 95 and 64 from Mouse and TNT. Really nice micro. So the unit kill by loss ratio does talk about how prudent you are in taking exchanges and taking battles. You don't want to take battles that you can't win, and LAT definitely needs to learn that part. So are you ready for the game number 3? This looks like a 2-0, and if PLA wins, then they are going to quarterfinals to face EL1.
Yep, just about to load up the third replay.
Alright, here I am in the third replay. Let's go. I saw PLA team, they just picked random, complete random. So for the LAT team to stay in the tournament, they need to win all the 3 games now. It's a best of 5. They need to win all 3. PLA just need to win 1 more, and they get a free pass to quarterfinals. They got nice nations again. I have to say, somehow these guys have been getting really nice nations. Nubians and Iroquois this time.
Yeah, not bad.
And they're against Maya and Romans. So I'm not a fan of Maya, but if there's this is the best chance Oso is going to have to kill Mouse.
Yeah, exactly, and he does have Iroquois, which are, you know, a very strong nation later on.
Oh yeah,
It
Iroquois
doesn't seem like he's doing the conventional route for Iroquois, which is to get the military 1 upgrade and
yeah, he's not doing that.
Out, but I suppose it's just as well because he is against Maya, and Maya are kind of a hard nation to raid, I'd say.
Yeah,
especially early on, because those cities are just a nightmare to raids, you know. So I don't. Yeah, I think it's.
Yeah, I think it's fine if he did not raid right now.
Yeah.
One thing that I hope that also does raid eventually. But another thing with the Iroquois is that you don't just go for military 1 in Ancient Age for the raid. You also get that free scout, which helps you.
Yeah, it is true. So maybe if he didn't prioritize raiding the cities, he could have, you know, got the scout and raided the rares as well.
Or he could have raided TNT
as well.
Yeah.
He could have what, sorry?
He could have raided TNT, so that would make it easier for
that is true,
Kaio.
yeah.
And that second scout, so if you scout really well, and I see that the LAT team has a good record of scouting, you can almost recover that cost of earlier barracks with 2 scouts.
Yeah, things are looking pretty even so far for the ruins, although, you know, Kaio is doing the best so far.
Yeah.
So you just have that going for him at least.
That's right, and Kaio has, well, he's got wine and salt. These guys also got amber, and I see bison here, so these are all nice rares. Even relics slightly outside Kaio's territory, if he can make use of it.
Quite a few ruins being missed here. We see Oso has missed 1 in the corner, and Kaio has missed 1 near Oso's territory, and Oso's missed another 1. So I think maybe a lack of concentration this game could definitely be a factor.
And there are 2 ruins in Oso's territory. He could easily scout with outlook and get those.
There's 1 right next to his second city, which hasn't been picked up yet.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm not sure what's going on there, but
for the PLA team, they've got silk here, silver, sugar. So I think they're set as well for the late game. No problem here.
Yeah. Honestly, it's gonna be it's gonna be very difficult for the LAT guys. So Honestly, there's gonna have to be some kind of a miracle for them to win this game and future games. So, however, we'll just have to find out, I guess.
That's right. And now you know that PLA is getting more comfortable to the last game.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
because I see some very weird thing coming here. Second Civic from TNT. You would never do that if you felt that your opponent team was giving were a threat. Uh,
Yeah.
he clearly doesn't need wood because his second city has plenty of wood. In fact,
Well,
enough wood to last him the whole game.
I suppose it's the wealth income as well from the cities.
Yeah, and I also feel like he is sure that Kai is not going to pose any threat here.
Yeah. Uh, I can, I understand the mindset because even if they lose one game, it's not gonna really matter too much.
Oh man, yeah, and the moment TNT finishes city, he'll find out about Pappy that Kai is using.
Yeah, and it looks like Kyle is building a third city as well, which is surprising.
Hmm.
However, it's kind of paining me to see that it's not anywhere near Pappy.
Yeah,
Um,
that's not near Pappy. That's right, and it
so
also leaves this. I feel it leaves the caravan route vulnerable.
yeah, because there is that that forest near the third city, which is gonna kind of force the caravan to go to the left and
Yeah.
into a more exposed area.
That's right, that's right. And I wish this game allowed us to manually choose the caravan route, but
Yeah,
sadly it does not.
yeah. Honestly, that would help a great deal against the raids, but
Hmm.
maybe one day
And
Skybox
so
will.
Mouse did his classic Civic 2 with Maya. He just captured that. I mean, he's got the stable in his own territory right
Oh,
now.
dude, if he bribes that, I think it's already gonna be GG. Honestly, because
Hmm.
it is a really annoying thing to have one of your buildings bribed. It's just
Yeah,
so.
man, that's right. And he's got senator. He's just enjoying here. He has no military unit. He's just relying
Yeah,
on the city fire and the senator, which is good enough for most of the
which is
part.
honestly is all he needs at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe throw in attrition as well, and he's good to go.
Oh yeah. And now he has a stable with that bribed building. Yeah, Mouse is getting too
Yeah,
comfortable as well. Oh,
yeah. This is he's building a tower as well, which is gonna probably start attacking the market. So I
oh
think
man,
it's
yeah,
just
it's really bad. It's really bad. Now also still can come in the game, no doubt about it. But the thing is
yeah,
that Mouse is already a better player and with such a nice head start where he stole the stable, is going to kill the market as well. I
and that
don't think
eco
also
like
could come back.
that is a very nice economy as well for Mouse.
Oh yeah, nice eco, and he's at yes 60 knowledge income. That's a really nice one for this early in the game.
Pretty good wealth income as well. Also, is trying to raid. However, you know, I think he's going to need to put a lot more pressure on Mouse than just one unit. However, his stable was bribed, so he's going to have to build it again. Obviously,
Hmm.
so it's going to put his raids back quite a bit.
Oh yeah, and now I see also is getting his third city near Bison, so that's going to be great now with this. If he controls Bison, he should get like I mean that plus 20 food always helps, and
Yeah,
all he needs to do right now is also to master up a huge army and either attack or even just raid. There are not a lot of open spots for Mouse, but there is this one tiny spot between those two mountains in his second city. So far, Mouse has not towered that.
Yeah,
So
there's
until
a
that happens,
nice
it's clear to raid.
there's a nice area where the mine and the wood camp kind of together, which would be a very nice place to have some horse archers and you know, a nice raiding party there would just, be a very nice would be very nicely placed.
That's right. That's right. So I'm not ruling out completely. Also can do some serious damage. All he needs to do is just get his eco up, which he's doing. Not
Yeah,
bad. Yeah.
he's not doing too badly. He's maxed his food income at least. He doesn't really have that many enough wood in his territory, however.
Mm-hmm.
The center wood's a bit too far away. He could take advantage of the cotton for now, I suppose, and maybe even the wool if he wants to go that far.
Oh yeah. And check this out as well. Mouse is just building archers. He knows that the Iroquois player is going to spam heavy infantry, so he just needs to take care of those heavy infantry. It's a nice move, and you can only do this when you know your opponent's civilization properly and you know your opponent properly. So any regular player will obviously go only for heavy infantry, and he does have a lot of heavy infantry in there. So Mouse has just the right counter for it. What also needs right now is some heavy cavalry.
And man, this is a very exposed caravan route for Kyle on his third and first city here. It's so I can definitely see TNT is going to take advantage of that and just do lots of caravan raids if he wants to.
Oh man, come on! Mouse got another tower there. This is he's playing now.
He's playing very well with Maya.
On the other side, TNT is going for that raid. But this time he's despot. Nice to see that, but I don't. Where's Kaio's army? Or any of his units? Oh, Kaio was here. I think he came to help also, but he had to go back midway.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. His army's just sort of sat in the middle there. I'm not sure if he's gonna be.
Oh, you're saying it was just sitting there?
It was, although it looks like he's trying to do some raids. His army is going into TNT's territory here.
Oh man,
I'm not too sure how much damage he can really pull off here, because I don't know. I think he might just be going back to his own territory.
Oh man, this hurts, and also has got Senator. I wouldn't suggest that with Iroquois, but anyway, he's not being aggressive, and so I don't think Despot would help him get aggressive.
I'm not sure why he's ungarrisoned all his units from the city, especially when Mouse's army is just right next to it. He could definitely kill some of Mouse's units there.
Oh yeah, he could. I feel he could easily lock in those team units. He could just capture them in a way that the Mouse cannot run away. And the problem with archers is they're only good with hit and run. They cannot stand close battles.
Okay, so looks like Kyle might be coming to Oso's aid. I'm not too sure what he's doing with the army.
Yeah, that army looks like
it's going around in circles.
It's just aimlessly wandering there.
I think he's being too indecisive at this point. He should either defend or help or raid or whatever, but
yeah, that's a lot of idle time, and his units are upgraded, so he better use that somewhere.
And, it's interesting because TNT, I'm not sure how he knew the army was there, especially I couldn't see.
I think he was just going for something, and then he found his army by luck.
Yeah, I think he might have been going towards Salt, and just happened to come across his army.
You okay over there?
Oh man, and now I don't see any hope for Oso here. Mouse is aging.
Yeah.
He got tons of. So another thing that a lot of new players, inter players, not pro players do is they don't make units by looking at the enemy army, which is a big deal. If also knew that Mouse has mostly archers, he would have already switched to heavy cavalry. But the thing is, he's still making more heavy infantry than anything else.
Well, I think at the very least, he doesn't really have much wealth or metal, so even light cavalry units would help.
Oh yeah, and that
Do
or
some
that
hit
or
and
that.
run maneuvers.
Some kind of cavalry is required here. In fact, even
Yeah.
if he makes javelineers, I say that's not bad. Just make something, because
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
because
If you can't afford the cavalry units, then but something will have to. You'll have to make some sort of counter unit.
yeah, and if all those archers, it's going to be a problem for Mouse. I feel Mouse also can turn this around anytime, because he already got enough heavy cavalry to take care of those cavalry. I mean, heavy infantry for the cavalry. All he needs is some counter for those archers, and that's it. In fact, I wonder if he should also be killing or bribing one of those towers. That would turn the game around.
Yeah. I think this third city needs to be made big by Oso, and he needs to build some more caravans as well, because that wealth income is looking very sorry for itself there. But I think with all the amount of time, it's just a very exposed area right now, between the second and third city especially. So I think, Mouse has definitely monopolized upon that weakness there.
Oh yeah. And really, man, Mouse is comfortable with. I mean, he's sure that also doesn't have the right units, because he doesn't even have an explorer. He just has a scout with limited line of sight. Iroquois units could be popping up from nowhere, but he's still confident that there's not going to be a lot of units.
Yeah. Yeah. Meanwhile, looks like TNT's. He's doing very well against Kyle. Kyle doesn't really have much of an army. And he's gone. I don't know why he does this, but he's gone for yet another Civic 3. I'm not sure why he's been doing that.
I know. This is common, or not common. It's at least acceptable in Nomad to do that, because in Nomad you get that extra city. You can put more scholars in your cities, but it doesn't make sense right now, especially when he's losing.
I've never really seen that in Nomads either. I mean, I feel like the science upgrade is much more important than.
Yeah, for sure. I do that sometimes before science, but that's only when it's a Great Lake map and I have Colossus something where I just need to spam scholars.
Possibly with Bantu, because.
Oh yeah, because cheaper cities.
Yeah, and you can also upgrade your units
without military. Yeah.
Although the armor upgrade is just too big of a thing to. So I don't know.
Yeah,
either way.
I don't think that's advisable at all.
Yeah.
So I hope that Kaio watches this and they know. They realize what all mistakes they made, because PLA is just killing it. This game. So it started with the first game where it looked like the teams are well balanced. Then PLA guys did way better in the second one. In this third game, it didn't even look like the PLA team is trying.
Well, yeah, to begin with, it looked like they were just going to be very idle this game, but then they seemed to just kick it up a notch, like, very unexpectedly when they went when TNT went despot, and, Mouse started attacking Uroso's second city.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't. Maybe they just wanted to get it over and done with.
Oh man, this is sad. Everybody's dead. Mouse is on the last city for Oso, and it's a capital. For Oso, it'll be an instant death. And yep, Oso is out of the game. It just, and there comes a resign. So yeah, it's final. LAT4 is out of the tournament. Sad to say that, but well, they they better have luck next time for the maybe if we have a King of Sahara
Yeah.
again or another standard tournament in future. But this time it's PLA1 who is going ahead and playing against another quarter finalist, L1. So yeah, I do want to know your opinion about L1 and PLA. Honestly, who do you think has a better chance of winning that?
Well, I don't know. It's interesting because I think I would probably lean more closely to L1 because they're probably were they the most top voted team. I'm not sure. I can't
No,
quite remember.
that was L2,
I see.
but they're
But
still
they're
ranked around third.
yeah, one of the top teams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Dave is at least in my opinion probably the best standard player.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is it? I can't remember. So it is L1 Dave and
Sims, that's right.
and Sims. Okay, yeah. Very strong team there. But I don't know. Like I feel like PLA definitely have a chance because judging how well they played in these games, they definitely know how to play standard. TNT. I never really I didn't realize how good TNT was in standard until this tournament started.
Oh yeah.
So
Actually, he has surprised a lot of people. I did not think I did not know he was this good. I knew that TNT was decent in standard. Like I wouldn't kill him in 10 or 15 minutes, but I did not know that he is so good that now he is going to give a tough challenge to one of the best players.
yeah,
And
honestly, if I was playing against TNT, I would not take him lightly whatsoever.
oh yeah, no doubt
So
for sure.
yeah,
In fact, I remember a game few maybe a month back. It was me and Cypher versus TNT and Mouse, and they beat
yeah.
us.
Yeah, that's one of the games that I just came to mind because I remember TNT did beat Cypher in that in that matchup.
Yeah, and Cypher had to come to help me, so he was left open. But still, just the fact that he could beat him the moment Cypher was away, that's a big
Yeah,
deal as well.
and I think in the game Cypher did comment on how TNT surprised him. So I think it goes to show that TNT has surprised a lot of people. So perhaps it depends how whether the L guys see TNT as a threat or not. It's going to be interesting. I mean, since this is a tournament, I think they will take anyone they're up against seriously. But it's just going to be interesting to see how they view TNT, whether or not they'll how their strategies will what strategies they're going to come up with.
Well, yeah, that's right. So I am actually waiting for EL1 versus PLA more than my game against LAT. Let's see what these guys do. I'm also excited for EL2 versus T King. That's going to be one hell of a match there. And
Yeah.
The one game that we haven't cast yet, PLA5 versus AZ2, the winner plays against AS, which is your team. How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm not sure. I think I'm betting that PLA is probably going to be the team that's going to come out of that matchup. However, so I am feeling kind of nervous because I kind of know what's coming in the way, but I still expect it's going to be. I still think AZ going to put up a very good fight against PLA, so it will be interesting.
Oh yeah.
I know for a fact, Kron's gotten a lot better at standards. Never saw Demon King play standard before. He's actually, been pretty decent as well. So I think it will be, it's still going to be interesting to see those guys, go against PLA and just give it all they've got. So I will be rooting for the AZ guys,
Oh yeah. So
But,
yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
we're gonna soon find out. I think either tomorrow or day after, we will be streaming that game. Whoever is available, it's either me or Prolace. One of us will stream that. Everybody who watched this, thanks a lot, guys. It was great, and thanks to you, Sermon, as well for co-casting it. We are closer. We're closer to the end of this tournament, and I'm more excited than ever.
Yeah, me too.
All right, guys. See you later. Bye bye.
Yep. See you guys.